guys, Jamie here, keeping it coy. Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new, welcome, and I hope to earn your subscription today. In today's video, it's just a quick one. I'm going to finish off the skimmer line, so get the skimmer plumbed into the filter, and then get some of the filter house done, and just the general chit chat and waffle. So stay tuned, and I'll snap back to you when we're having a look, guys. So my CT1's just arrived, 12 tubes. That'll certainly do the trick. That'll fix the window, the skimmer, bottom drain, and any leaks. 12 tubes. I reckon probably need about 6 on the window, 1 for the skimmer and bottom drain, possibly 2. That leaves me with a good 5 to fix any leaks if I get any. Saw blades are out. I'll show you why. Yeah, that's all dry, but I'm going to treat that because obviously I siphoned some water out of there the other day as they had flukes. The good news is actually they've been treated yesterday, because it was just as warm yesterday as it is today, and I checked the temperature in here and it was up to 13 degrees. So yeah, chucked in a little bit of food for them just before I picked up the camera. It looks like they've eaten most of it. I'll give it another 5-10 minutes, and if that's still there, we'll scoop that out once I finish doing this clip for you guys. But yeah, this is why the saw's out, and the glues. Nearly finished that pot of glue now, so we're on to the new one in a minute. But yeah, I dry fitted everything, as you can see. I've marked everything up on where it all needs to connect. That's all glued up so far up there, and then that's my next one. So yeah, get that glued up. That'll then come into here. That connection under the gate valve is on a rubber boot, and it's not currently sat perfectly in line at the minute, but it's on a rubber boot, so I just twist it round just a tad. Then we've got a 45 to go on there, then this bit of pipe, then another 45, then this bit of pipe, then that 90, that bit of pipe, that 90, and then that to go back into the drum. So yeah, I'll get all this finished glued up, and I'll snap back to you in a second and show you what it looks like. So that's all now glued in, all attached to the drum, looking good. So now I just got to get this bit of wood back on there so I can start building up the sides. I can't really do it one-handed. I'll get that bit of wood back over this pipe here, and then yeah, shall I start building this, or shall I start cleaning out the bottom of the pond ready for the liner? Probably the liner, I think. I'll snap back to you in a second. Right guys, there you go. So the first part of the wall is back in, and the airline is also in. So that's everything to do with the skimmer and bottom drain now complete. So all I've got left to do now is work out where the waste is going and sort of the turn lines out. But obviously I need to buy a pump first. Not a tip, but note for people what not to try and do. If you're quite a hairy person or have hairy arms like me, do not get glue or solvent weld on your arms. It doesn't really stick to your skin, but I don't know if you can see that there. It certainly does stick to your hairs. And yeah, come out of the light a second. You can see, let me move it. Where's it gone? There you go. Yeah, you can see underneath it, look, I have now got a lovely bowl patch, and my hairs are well and truly in there. So yeah, let's stick you guys there, and for a bit of fun for you all. Look, God knows how many hairs are in there. But are you going to focus for everybody? No? Right, oh well. 1, 2, Ow! See if we can get it to focus. There we go. Look at that. And I got a bald spot. Oh well. Yeah, that hurt. I'll stick that in there with the rest of the rub. All that hardcore in that bucket come out of that tiny little trench there. It's absolutely bloody crazy, my garden really is. Anyway, right, so that's another job done for the day. On a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous sunny day. Look at that. Can't say not a cloud in the sky, because there is some clouds in the sky, but it's the first time I've been working out in the garden and not thinking, blooming heck, I'm cold. Don't know what temperature is out here today. About 14 degrees, I think. Well, it is in my garden anyway, because as you all know, I'm very well sheltered from the wind, although there is no wind today anyway. Or at least not right this second. Right, so I am now going to start cleaning up that, so I can hopefully get the liner in tomorrow. Fingers crossed, all going well, depending on weather. Right, snap back to you in a second. And there's one of the pesky squirrels that keeps messing up my lawn, sitting in my little greenhouse thing I made. Cheeky blighter. So there was a little bit of a change of plan. Decided that I'm not going to sweep that today, because by the time I've finished re-edging that, sweeping that up and everything, I'll probably end up losing the light. So I want to get all that done and the liner in, glued into the bottom drain, all in one day. So yeah, I've left that for now. So instead, what I've done, with a bit of time I've got left before the sun goes down, ta-da! So now I've got 3 walls up. So I've just finished painting the cut edge. So that's all now painted. For some reason that one's a fair bit wider than the others, but that don't matter. That don't matter. Yeah, so that's all painted, all good to go. Just waiting for the end of this one to dry. This is going to be a bottom support. That's going to go down there, and that'll be then the support to keep that all steady. Not having a support across the front there, because obviously I want to be able to get in. But what I am going to do is using another length of that, which is currently sat there on the corner of the pond, I'm going to put another support, because I'm going to put a shelf in here all the way along from about there all the way along to about there, give or take somewhere, and then I can put another scaffolding board along the whole thing, and that will then stop it wibbling and wobbling. Not that it excuse me, not that it wibbles or wobbles a lot, but obviously the gates that are hiding behind this Thermatech are very, very heavy. So what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lengths of scaffolding board at about 3 foot each. That's 15 foot of scaffolding board on each gate. So that's very heavy, and yeah, so that should hopefully work a treat. So I've got plenty of room down there to do the plumbing for the pump and returns. The air pump will sit on the shelf in this corner, so it can feed directly into there, and wherever the intake is for this, I don't actually know yet. I'm sure I'll find it. It's probably through one of these holes, maybe. Don't know. I will find it. Yep, no, can't see it. But I haven't really done any homework or research on this drum as yet, other than make sure it's at the right height for the pond, which I blimmin' hope it is. But I don't know whether you can see, I marked, using my laser, I marked, that's top of the pond wall. That is where the water level would be at the very top of the skimmer. That's where it would be at the very bottom of the skimmer. So that's my minimum and max line, and I've tried to get the minimum and max line exactly the same on the drum. So hopefully we're all good, because if not, I'm pretty buggered. And I've just put my hand on there in the paint. That was silly, never mind. But yeah, there's no way I can just ever so slightly lower that now. I suppose I could cut that 90 off and rubber boot a 90, cut that 90 off and rubber boot a 90. You might see as well, I've put double clamps on this, 2 there and 2 there. Now, the reason I've done that is because that is quite loose. I nicked them off this one, but you'll see, to get that on there is very difficult. It's very tight, needs a bit of working, and then it snugs in. On this, and I know Lee Hatfield from Koi Soldier had the exact same problem. Now, I originally was going to put a 90 rubber on here, but that was 10 times looser than that. Both came from EA. They're EA rubbers, but it was just 10 times looser than what this one is. So if you can, it's probably a bit dark, but I don't know if you can see in there. But yeah, so Awazi, how on earth are you supposed to connect anything to this? That obviously doesn't go on there. It's exactly the same size, so not sure exactly what you're supposed to do, because your 4-inch rubber boots don't fit. So I'm guessing it's a 110. That's the only thing I can think of, because if memory serves me correctly, 110 is ever so slightly smaller than 4-inch. So yeah, so put double of them on, but that ain't going anywhere now. And same with that one, solid as a rock. So yeah, I'll probably have to do the same with this one, because the rubber 90 will probably be, well, it will be too loose. So yeah, this is what they supply it with, and that fits a treat. But I don't know, it says 4-inch on there, look, 4-inch cap. Yeah, that is a real nice snug fit, look, no wobble at all. So yeah, a bit confused why that says 4-inch and fits nicely, yet every other 4-inch on the planet is too loose. Awazi, what are you doing? Sort it out. Right, well, that's a job done. It's time to tidy everything up. Didn't actually get around to using the second one of that yet, but there is literally just a dribble left in the bottom of that one now. So yeah, that one will do all my returns. Pump will sit down here somewhere, and then that's going to split off into 2 through a UV. Oh yeah, better make sure I get the UV and everything up first before I go putting shelves up. Make sure I've got enough room to put it up and get the bulb in and out and whatnot. But yeah, so pump down there, that will split into 2. One will go through a UV, one will just return straight to the pond. But that gap there, for in the future, if for any reason I'm not happy with the clarity of the pond with the drum, but I've been assured not only by Richard from Japan Koi Imports, not Richard, Mark. Where have I got Richard from? No idea. But yeah, Mark from Japan Koi Imports assures me that I probably wouldn't need one. Lee, friend of mine that builds ponds for a living, he said I probably wouldn't need one, but it's going to go from there into 2 returns. One obviously is going to be returning down there, and one will be from the the backy shower, which will sit up there somewhere. In the end, I decided not to lower the skimmer. Just going to leave it there. Bit disappointed that the measurements that I gave to JBR Plastics, you know, how wrong that was. And the same with, there was quite a big gap at the back down there. I mean, they said they'd give me an extra couple of mil to play with, but that was well over. You can see where it breaks there. Look, well over a centimetre rather than a couple of mil. So yeah, I've shoved a load of foam in there, and I'll cut that back later. But yeah, it's all in anyway, and obviously as it's all now glued up, it's not going anywhere. It's all level, all plumb. So yeah, so I'm working tomorrow, so I'm not going to be able to get it done tomorrow, but the forecast is still dry for the next couple of days. So I've just done it again, put my hand in the paint. What am I like? But yeah, so get all my tools packed away. Got a few bits over there, loads of bits over there, but got a bit of spare pipe left over if anything does go wrong. Excuse me again. If anything goes wrong and I need to cut some off and start again, I got that bit left. It's quite long, about 2 meters in total, I reckon, just over maybe. Yeah. So got that spare for now. Obviously, if everything goes good, no leaks, no problems, no adjustments need to be made, then I'll be giving that away. Not as a giveaway, if anyone wants it. If I don't use it, they can come and collect it. Plants are doing really well. Got to get all these sorted ASAP now, because they're all starting to bud. Little aces. But yeah, got a plan for them. They're coming out of them pots, and they're going into them pots. Turn them back into bonsais. But got to do some root cutting and whatnot on them. Now look at the weeds coming through on that. Got to do some weeding in that one. And you can see the squirrel's been burying his nuts in there. And we've also got some helicopter seeds growing from the maple trees over there, and I've got loads in here. But this is what I'm going to have to do for the rest of the garden. It's worked an absolute treat. That kept the birds and the mice off the seed, and it's all growing. Again, loads of helicopters growing in there, but as soon as you chop the tops off them, they stop growing. So quick mow of the lawn and they'll all be dead. Don't look like there's any weeds in there though, other than the helicopters, so that's a bonus. But yeah, I'll do the same what I did there all the way down along the garden, especially where I've been working on the filter house. But the grass is actually coming back a bit better than I was expecting. There are obviously a few bold patches, but yeah, it's not too bad. As I've said before, this area, the reason why everything's dumped on there is because that isn't going to be grass anymore. It's going to be a special bit of garden. Obviously I've still got these 2 panels to paint as well, make it match with all the rest. But yeah, getting there. Get rid of all that rubbish, and that'll be up for sale as well once I've finished with it. So if anyone wants a hard standing, freestanding vat with a perfect place to put lilies or whatnot on, it's got a nice inbuilt step on this side. But yeah, that'll be up for sale. I've still got the Ultra Sieve 3 up for sale. The Blagdon 1000 litre pond, that'll be up for sale as well, along with all the pipes and filtration that's currently in there. What's currently in there is way too powerful for it really. It's got an 8000 litre pump and a 30,000 pressure filter, so yeah, a bit overkill, but what can you do? And there'll be loads of other bits that I'll be moving on once finished. Right, I'm going to leave it there for today. And yeah, no point sweeping all that out now, because knowing my luck, I'll come down the next day and something else would have gone wrong. So I'm going to leave that as it is for now, and then get it all swept out, and get the liner in, or the underlay and liner all in one day. But it's propping it up. It's all held up quite well this time, and hopefully now we won't get any big downpours for a few days, and I can get it all done. Right. Well, again, thanks for watching, guys. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe, share to all your friends, and we'll catch you all on the next one.